My mother took up the challenge, and it was a big one, to really restore things to their former beauty. And about 6 or 7 years ago, I gave up my job in publishing and journalism and translating and moved here full-time. So we work together. I love it. I mean, it's wonderful. For me, it's a wonderful, wonderful thing to be doing. And here at La Foce, the previous landlords had absolutely no interest because the farming land was so poor. It was such a bleak landscape with these beautiful but very wild clay hills, terrible farming land full of stones, requiring a big investment to make it give some sort of return. When my grandparents came, I mean, everything changed, and it was sort of, incredible for them. My grandfather carried out a huge amount of agricultural work with irrigation ditches and building roads and rebuilding new farmhouses. And of course, there was all the social work that my grandmother did, so a clinic and schools. I mean, it all came together. It's interesting because war in Valdorce ends on a very positive note. Hope is in the air are the final words. But unfortunately, after that, it came a very difficult period for La Foce, not just for La Foce, for Italy. So many young people, and not entire families, just moved north or to the big cities to look for a job in the factories. So increasingly, the countryside was abandoned. It was easier for us than most because a lot of people were very deeply rooted here, didn't really want to go and work in towns. And of course, my grandparents tried to keep them there with every incentive. But the younger people also, were just not content with a rural lifestyle anymore. Then luckily, my mother was very quick on this and took part in the European Union, then European Communities initiative to do what's called agriturismo here in Italy, so farm holidays. It's doing very, very well, and I'm very happy about that. But it's just an example of how things changed. And my grandmother took it very much in her stride. She was like, well, this is how times change, and what can we do? And sometimes when you're battling with Italian bureaucracy and you just think, why? But then, you just look out the window, basically, because it's not just the garden, it's the whole of the Valdorce, and just think, I'm so lucky to be here.